And switch things over to the NFL here, where Cowboys front office has set some lofty expectations for their players once again. Stephen Jones told reporters that he totally thinks Dak Prescott can lead the Cowboys to a championship. Well, back here with T-Bob Hebert, and I got to ask you, how far do you think the Cowboys can go with quarterback Dak back there?
I don't want to completely dismiss Stephen Jones here. The Cowboys won 12 games 3 years in a row.
Okay.
Like this is the NFL. That is not easy to do. That means that you have championship potential, right? But when you look, but then it's so crazy how the playoffs work, how everything looms so large. Yeah, you can do all that in the regular season, but then you go and you get waxed by the Packers round one, and all of a sudden, nothing mattered. Like you had a damn near MVP season, won 12 games, and it didn't matter because of 60 minutes. And unfortunately for Dak, in the playoffs, that's just been the case more often than not. So, like, I can see a reality in which he gets it done, but with Mahomes out there, Burrow coming back, C.J. Stroud entering the picture, Brock Purdy in the Niners, it just, even Jordan Love in the Packers.
No doubt.
It just feels too crowded. But you know what, Steven? If you believe it, pay the man.
Interesting. That's a take right there. Let me say this, though. The potential thing, I think, is what's most intriguing about what you said. I've had coaches tell me all the time, you don't want to be known as a player with potential because it means you haven't really done anything, right? Like, potential is a great thing to have, but at some point you have to capitalize on it and you have to realize it. And so for Dak Prescott, I think that's the thing that everybody's waiting for. We have not seen. We've seen some really good play, no doubt. This regular season, phenomenal from Dak. He said he was going to throw less interceptions. He did exactly what he told us he was going to do. Then you get into the postseason, you poop down your leg like you've done in prior years, and now all of a sudden people are asking questions. So the question that results from that is, how far do you think, what would need to happen for Dak to have a successful season as a Cowboys quarterback?
I mean, he's got to win in the playoffs. Because, again, he was damn near an MVP and won 12 games, and it wasn't successful because they got waxed in the wild card. Like, him and Lamar Jackson, that is their next step. That is their path. And that is the one thing that people are able to use against him right now. But again, you got to focus on the contract here because Dak's going into his lame duck year right now, okay? And he's going to cost about $50 million a year.
Sure.
And if you let it hit the open market, he's going to have a lot of suitors. Guys like that don't normally hit the open market. And so if you totally believe in it, which that totally makes me kind of doubt you, Steven. But if you totally believe in him, well, then give him the $50 million a year.
I don't think a wild card round win would do a lot for me for Dak and the Cowboys. A divisional round win, getting there maybe depends on what.
Dak's got to win the NFC almost.
I feel like he has to be. It would have to be the NFC Championship game, and they were close, but it wasn't his fault that they lost.
Yeah,
or
he
they
plays
win
well.
It, right?
Yes, God, that's an awful place to be.
It's an awful place to be.
It's horrible.
Because it's unrealistic in terms of expectations. But these are the Cowboys, though. And it's all everybody talks about, and they tell us every year that they're going to be great. And so I think this is a part of what it means to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.